Hello YouTube, welcome to the garage. Going to do a little more testing on some different materials. I've got some old coins, some actually wheat pennies, and I got some silver quarters and dimes and stuff like that. I'm not a coin collector, so if there's any coin collectors watching this, they're probably going to have a stroke because I'm not sure exactly the proper way to clean them, but I'm going to vapor blast them and just see what happens. I also got there's a carburetor off of a lawnmower in here. I've got a petcock off of a motorcycle that the ethanol fuel destroyed, and I'll see how well this works on that. And I've just got a little piece of, what it is, it's a tie down for like you build a trailer or something like that, and it's got some nooks and crannies that would be really difficult to clean if you had to do it by hand, you know, like in a restoration kind of thing. So that's just kind of, I want to, you know, see how this process works in cleaning something that would be very difficult to clean, you know, by hand using a brush and that kind of stuff, where you probably couldn't even get it perfectly clean. So we'll just see what happens. I'm going to stick my earplug in here and try and save what's left of my hearing. When I was young and dumb, and I was the guy at the front of the concert with my Bic lighter. So I got to try and preserve what's left of my hearing. Okay, so just here we go. This is a bait container for crickets, and so I just thought maybe I'd be easier to hold it, and we'll see what happens. Also, I'm trying a different camera to see if it works any better than the other one I've been using. I've been getting interference, so electrical interference, it looks like. So I'm going to get see what happens with a different camera. Might be able to shoot it a little longer. So far, so good though. Haha. What are the chances I'll go pick that up? I got one of them. All right, a dime, you think? Well, looks like I'm going to have to reach in there Hang on. These gloves aren't exactly made for dexterity. Okay. Put my lid back on here. All right. I was trying to figure out the best way to do this, and it seemed like with them down in that little chamber there, they would tumble around. This kind of was my idea. We'll see what happens. Get the lid back off. Looks like that cleaned them up pretty good. As I said, I'm not a coin collector, so I'm not sure exactly what coin collectors would be looking for. I'll finish washing those off later. Just wanted to see what it would do. Okay. This is that petcock out of off a motorcycle, and that's what the ethanol fuel did to it, just ate it. I have a video up about it. It's the same motorcycle that I did showed the gas tank where the ethanol fuel had eaten that and rusted it. Make sure you watch that video too. I just want to see what it'll do cleaning this up. I have it set at 60 pounds right now. The air set at 60 psi. want you to notice this gun is jetted for a 7.5 horsepower compressor. I have a 7.5 horsepower compressor, and I'm blasting at 60 pounds, and the compressor was able to shut off while I was blasting. So that tells me that the jet is matched to my compressor, and that's what you want. This HTMR gun is amazing, and I will put a link in the description so you can get your own. And this is either dry or wet blasting, and I'm not an affiliate or anything like that, but this is just an amazingly well engineered and crafted product, and if you need a gun, this is the one to have. I don't make any commissions, but I just recommend stuff that I use myself, and I'm really impressed with this. I tell you, if that wasn't eaten up by the ethanol, I mean, that's brand new. You could rebuild that. But I said, this is a scrap piece, but the difference of how well that removed that corrosion, man, it's just amazing. Okay. I'm going to try this little gadget here. Again, I probably should have put it in there upside down. I'm not going to pick that up. Hang on. Let me flip it over so I can grab it. You guys can learn from my mistakes. You put something in there, make sure you can pick it up with gloves on. Okay, so like I was saying, if you're restoring something or a project, there's no way you can get down in there with a little brush or anything like that. And yeah, you can sandblast it, but sandblasting inputs heat, and if you're not careful, you can erode the material. This process with water in it, I describe it as a cushioned impact, okay? There's enough force with it, depending on what kind of media you have. I have 80% glass bead, 20% aluminum oxide for a little bit of cut. And you can, any rust or corrosion, it takes it all off, but doesn't harm the base metal. If there's pitting after you're done blasting it with this process, the pitting was there. The process just revealed it. It removed all the corrosion and rust out of it. It didn't cause the pitting. That's what I like about it. It's not that you can't damage the base metal. You can. You'd have to really try, but but as far as if this is a restoration project, like sandpaper or steel wool, wire brush, how are you going to clean that? I mean, it would be painstaking. So we'll see what this process does. So I'm at 60 pounds. We'll see how that does. You'd be hard pressed to do that with any other process. If there's still a little bit of corrosion there. See what, let's blast out a little more. See a little bit right there? See, there's a little bit of pitting in there, but that was already there. But look how this process did not mess up the printing or anything like that. It didn't destroy any of the base metal. It just removed the corrosion. I bought these things, I bought 4 of these probably 35 years ago on a project that I never did, but it was going to be tie downs from a trailer. And I found one of them. It's just been laying out in the shed. So, I mean, this is old, and it's been just kind of laying around. And but like I said, this process cleaned out the lettering, but didn't damage it. Sandblasting, you could, you know, if you did what I just did there, holding this on there, that lettering would have been gone. Okay, last thing, we got a carburetor here. This is just off of an old lawnmower. We got a little bit of paint on it, some corrosion. I've seen them worse, but you know, of course, to do a carburetor, I would normally take it apart. But this is just a little bit of testing to see what it'll do. So I got some paint on there, got some rust on the metal parts, corrosion on the aluminum parts, and we'll just see what happens. Also got some gasket material on there. We'll see if that'll take that off. check that out. Of course, like I said, normally with a carburetor, I would tear it all apart, but I just want to see what happened. Took all that paint, all the corrosion off, but it didn't damage the base metal. Brand new. Took all that gasket material off. Ready for a new gasket, a perfect sealing surface. So any pitting that's there was already there. It just revealed it. Didn't do any damage to the base metal. Pretty amazing process. So I said I just wanted to kind of do some testing and see what it did on those things. I've got some other things I want to do testing on, but I wanted to get those done. So as far as that's concerned in this video, I'm happy with the results. I love that gun. And if you could do me a favor, please subscribe to the channel, like, share with your friends. Anybody's doing any restorations, I will, they can, you know, if they live in South Carolina near me, they can drop their parts off, or they can mail them to me. My email is, address is in the information section of my YouTube channel. So I said if you could please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.